Okay. One of the secrets to healthy hair, especially in this 5-day, healthy hair in 5-day concept, is that the hair be thoroughly rinsed prior to shampooing. You don't have to thoroughly extra rinse it every time you do it. You can, but when you do the first couple, the first 5 days, you want to spend extra time rinsing it. If you kind of slack off of it after that, going back to your normal routine and not doing it excessively, it's okay, but the trick is knowing when it's time to go back to thoroughly rinsing and doing it the way that we tell in our instructions to get the hair to be as healthy as it can be. I got to get this water temperature right here. Can't be putting cold water on you this morning. It's already cold out there, right?
Pretty bad, yeah.
Okay. A little warmer?
A little warmer.
Okay, sorry.
That is good.
Good? Okay.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is, and it's hard for you to wash your hair every day. I can't imagine trying to do it with a product that's making it heavier and harder to dry. I mean, it would take days for your hair to dry, right?
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Your product dries it really quick.
Yeah, you get down to the hair. You don't have any coatings on it, and that makes it dry quickly. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to take, once we rinse it, we're going to take a little shampoo. We're going to distribute it on the scalp. Are you tender-headed?
Not at all.
Okay, good. We're going to distribute it on the scalp. We're going to try to create as much lather here as possible. Now, it's not unusual when you first use our product for it not to lather like what you've been using. You notice most of my lather is concentrated here at the scalp, and there's no way I'm going to get the rest of the hair to lather with this first one. So I try to do the best I can to get it to lather up, but I've got to rinse that out. Another technique or another trick is shampoo physically and quickly. You don't want to leave the shampoo in for any length of time because it will redistribute what it is you're trying to rinse out in the first place. We're going to get that all rinsed out, and we're going to do it again. Small amounts. People tend to use big amounts of shampoo. They use a big pile of it, and thinking that that's how you get the hair clean. It's really not the case. Now we're able to get the lather to get down to the nape of the neck and then pull it down. As you notice now, it's further down the hair shaft. This is a nice Sunday treat, isn't it? Getting your hair.
It's wonderful.
You notice that, again, it's still not lathered down here. That's okay. We don't want to try to force this down into it. We just rinse it out. So the first day with really long hair, you've got to wash it kind of more times. You know that, though, right? Yeah.
Yes.
To get, what we're doing is we're gently removing the residue, gently removing the film that the other product you've been using is leaving on the hair. Gently removing it. Each time we wash it, we are, take its watch off here, we don't need that. Take a little more, small amounts. I'm not using a ton of it, but I always start here at the scalp again. I want to start here and then work down. Now it's going further down the shaft. I'm able to get the ends involved somewhat now. See how that works?
Yeah.
Now I can bring the rest of the length up into the lather that I've created, and I still don't have it 100% down. So on excessively long hair, it's not unusual with our product. You've got to wash your hair 3 or even 4 times on the first day. Sorry.
It's fine.
So I'll let this hose go a bunch of times. You've got everybody soaked. The lady next to me, myself. Yeah, just hold that length up and rinse it out. I thought about making my video for my YouTube video that'll kick off the company. and actually being in the shower with a lady who's got a bathing suit on and I'm in a suit and she's washing her hair and I'm giving her instructions on how to do it. That'd be pretty cool. I'd get a lot of hits, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I think you would.
All right, and now I think we're on our fourth one. Now I've got complete saturation at the scalp all the way down to the nape of the neck. You can see up under here, this is all nice and clean. And then I'm pulling the rest of this length into, now I can shampoo her hair. Now it's time for me to give her a little treat here, right? How's that feel?
So good.
That's right. Now you're getting salvatized.
I love it.
Yeah, now the lather, the shampoo is really working. The shampoo is really doing what it's supposed to do. And you can see I've got lather all the way down to the very end of the hair shaft. I want to
It's
gently.
so cool how when each time you do it, it rinses out just like that.
Yeah, it does. You know, if you're not getting that effect, it's because it's attaching itself to the hair.
Like the stuff I've been using.
Right, now see, this is completely lathered from top to bottom. Now your hair's officially clean. Gently clean. You like this water on the hot side. You're like me. I like my water hot. Hot water is good for cleaning hair. People say, oh, don't use hot water. Don't shampoo it physically. That's a bunch of nonsense. Hair is at its weakest when it's wet, but if you're using a product that is gentle, that's used properly, you're creating a head of hair that quite frankly is indestructible. You could heat it and set it and dry it and curl it and it'll do it. It'll respond and it won't be a problem. Yeah, I'm almost got all the shampoo out. You have got a tremendous head of hair. I mean, you really do. You've been blessed, man. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's gorgeous. And it's consistent too. You know, you've got a consistent thickness all the way down. Got to really rinse it out thoroughly, get all the shampoo out, that's important. And it doesn't take a long time. It's a little tougher on long hair in a shampoo bowl because you're not able to let the length hang free. But now what we're going to do in this case is I don't need a lot of moisturizing conditioning at the scalp and even most of the way down the hair shaft. The shampoo that we're using is going to provide that benefit inherently. What we need, we're going to use actually right here in the sink. I'm going to take a small amount of this product, and it's important that you emulsify it. My product is activated by friction. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to wipe it here, which is what most salon people do and most people do at home. I'm basically going to just pick up the hair with my hands, and I'm going to basically just touch it on certain spots, maybe just a little bit here, just on certain spots, and then I'm going to take the excess and I'm going to wipe it into my hands or I'm going to rinse it off. I do not want to apply the remainder of that moisturizer on that hair completely. And the key reason why is that I eliminate texture. Texture is, you want contrasting textures. You want a hair next to it, you want one hair over here that's been moisturized and is soft next to a hair that hasn't been moisturized and maybe is a little rougher. That creates texture. Texture gives hair styleability. Now your hair, you don't do a whole lot of styling because you've got so much hair. You know, you don't blow it and set it. And if you would, and maybe as a treat, I might do that for you one of these days, is to shampoo it, dry it, set it, and you will see an absolutely magnificent head of hair if you were to do that. Yeah, I'll get maybe one of my salon helpers to help get it all done for you. But if you set your hair in like hot rollers, oh great, it'd be gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah, it'd be pretty. We could take some videos of that. It'd look good. So now I've got all my shampoo rinsed out. I've got most of my moisturizer rinsed out. There's probably some left in there, but I applied it so lightly. That's the important part, is that it's been applied so lightly. It's okay if I leave some in. It's not going to be heavy. This is not like the type of stuff that you're using in the food stores and drug stores. Now, we're going to take our client, we're going to set her up. I'm going to towel this dry just like that before I get you completely out of the sink. One of the tricks is not to wrap your hair in a towel. If I take her hair and I wrap her up in a towel like this, and I let her sit for 2 or 3 minutes with that on her head, what happens is, this is a tip you need to know, is the laundry detergent and the fabric softener that's in the towel gets sucked into the hair. You realize that every time, yeah, did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, that every time you towel dry your hair, toweling it dry like this is not bad for it physically and quickly, and even doing this, that's not bad for the hair. It is so much worse to wrap it up and leave it in. You see women that do that. They get out of the shower.
I did until you told me before,
Right,
but I didn't know why.
So, you might want to stand up here for a second. I'm going to move the camera too so I can demonstrate this.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, that's a bad scene. I mean, you imagine putting laundry detergent
Oh, that's awful.